Hey guys, what's going on? This is Daro DS, and welcome back for more Higurashi When They Cry. Shuffle, get everything going so I can start reading today's episode of Higurashi When They Cry. This is chapter 1. I think we're on chapter 3, I believe, if I remember correctly. So we're going to head over here. Gonna hit continue, and we're going to load where we left off. Rena was given permission to caress Rika-chan's head as much as she wanted, so they headed home together, very pleased. Once again, today, it was just Mion and I going home. Man, that was intense. I didn't know Kei-chan was so good at president. No, I was more surprised than anyone. If I was playing with guys, I wouldn't have been that strong. But still, it was pretty bad. Being carried off in a stretcher in that outfit would probably haunt me until the day I die. But it's fine, isn't it? You were able to do something to boast about for ages, too. Oh, well, when she says it like that, we both smiled at each other. Both smiled at each other. Reading. Tomitake again. Oh, so we meet again, Keiichi-ken. It was Tomitake-san. It felt like I'd been running into him quite often. Hey, take any good pictures? Well, a few. So, Tomitake-san suddenly leaned over and whispered into my ear. You sure to get around. Today you already have a different girl? It's not like that. Don't need to hide it. It's important to get lots of experience when you're young. Because Tomitake-san let out such a crude laugh, Mion knew what we were talking about, even without hearing his whispering. I heard it through the grapevine that Mr. Tomitake is quite the catch himself. Huh? No, that wasn't my intention. Sure. Keep up the good work and take plenty of pictures. See ya! Mion seemed to really want to get rid of this lout quickly. From the way she spoke, it seemed as if Mion knew Tomitake-san quite well. How's the year treating you, mister? Staying until the Watanagashi? Yep, I plan to. After photographing the festival, I plan on heading back to Tokyo. Being a photographer sure is easy. Be sure to win some big award and become famous. Spend all your best years on photography, after all. I don't think I'm that far gone. Don't they say men start developing their own unique flavor in their 30s? What does it matter to how you taste like? That's so gross. Oh, look at the time. I need to get back into the inn before it gets dark. Tomitake-san began to take his leave with a dry laugh. It did look like he was outmatched by Mion. Now then, I'll see you both at the festival. After waving a hand cheerfully, Tomitake-san disappeared amidst the cries of the Higurashi. By the way he's going, he probably won't ever get famous. I had him promise he'll display a picture of me if he ever opened up a gallery, but I don't think that'll ever happen. So, you know Tomitake-san? Yeah, he's an acquaintance of sorts, but you know how easy it is to tell who's an outsider. It sounded like you meet him all the time. Tomitake-san comes around to Hinamizawa regularly. Maybe 2-3 times a year. He says he's taking pictures of the seasonal scenery and wild birds, but well, those photos are really nothing to phone home about. The image Mion painted of Tomitake-san was fairly unique. The Tomitake-san I knew was more mysterious. The words flowed naturally from my mouth. I wondered if you really were here to take pictures of birds. Mion stared blankly at me as if to ask, "Why do you say that?" It just seems that he is here for something other than taking pictures. I think. Don't you get that feeling? Like about that incident. The dismemberment. Oh, you too? If so, you've got good instincts, Kei-chikan. Kei-chan. She agreed with what I thought, but was quite chipper in how she said it. You knew about it then, Mion? Of course. He might be able to pull one over to everyone else, but he can't fool this old man. Mion was posturing pretentiously, but I had easily come to a very different conclusion from what she was imagining. It felt like all the apprehensions I had about Tomitake-san disappeared, lifting a burden off my shoulders. I was finally able to appreciate how clear the evening sky over Hinamizawa was. Ah! I exhaled everything in my lungs and inhaled just as much. Oh, that was weird. It smelled like dusk. What is it, Kate? Where did she pop up from? She's like... She popped up like out of nowhere, like... from the bottom up. Hello. What is it, Kei-chan? It's just that... I never thought the cries of the Higurashi could feel this good. What's gotten into you all of a sudden, Kei-chan? We both continued to giggle, but not knowing why. I wonder what Renda's doing. I bet she's getting her fill of Rika-chan by now. She's probably in the middle of asking her over so she can treat her to dinner. It'd be great if she's able to take her home. I wonder. Rika-chan is pretty good at that stuff. Yeah, I feel the same. The head petting penalty was probably from Rika-chan. I thought so too. The only one who could get away with patting his head was Rika-chan after all. This pointless chit-chat. The hot day felt like it was being cooled down by the cries of the Higurashi. You have received new tips. Community notice. And we have achievement unlocked, a fate worse than death. Let's view our new tips. A community notice. Let's check that out. It's only 8 minutes, so we have plenty of time. We're greeting the end of the rainy season sooner than in prior years. On this day, when it feels like summer will soon arrive, I'm pleased that everyone was in good health. The season for Watanagashi is finally upon us. I believe the assistance of the town council will make this a wonderful festival. I also wish to ask for the assistance of everyone in regards to a few things. 1. Collecting bazaar goods. We look forward to a well-received Hinamizawa Grand Bazaar expedition, holding a massive collection of excess goods and used clothing. No raw goods, please. Management, Akano, telephone number, blah, blah, blah. We don't need to know that. 2. Recruiting the Little Festival Drum Dancers. The renowned Little Festival Drum Dancers group known as, for its careful choreography, the Shofuyu Society is taking last-minute participants. We're looking forward to any Showboat Elementary and middle schoolers. Showboat. Management is Himenoshi. Telephone number, we don't want to know that. 3. Taking donations. We're accepting donations of multiples of 1,000 yen. For every 1,000 yen donation will be awarded with a refreshment stand ticket. 9% Sonozaki. Telephone number we don't want to know or we don't know. We are always taking suggestions for new ways to improve the festival at all times. If you have an interesting idea, call Kimayoshi at XXXXX. There are 200 yen refreshment stand ticket attached below the cut line. Okay, so that was a lot easier than expected. Exit. And we're going to continue. A few days had passed since the incident. During that time, either Mion was busy or Rika-chan had to help with the festival preparations, so we couldn't get everybody together for club activities. Even though I thought I would never want to participate again after the years I shaved off my life, each time not having it only made my heart grow fonder. Really am not honest with myself. Today we finally had our club activities again. These weren't the same old club activities, though. It was called the Watanashi 5 Demon Firefight, and it was one of the biggest events in the club. Keiichi! Does this yukata still fit you? Can you try it on for a second? Mom pulled out an old, dusty yukata. Nah, I don't need a yukata. A yukata? Those are embarrassing, so I'll just go in my normal clothes. But this is a festival. Wear it, okay? But none of the others said regular clothes are just fine. The only ones wearing a yukata. If I was the only one wearing a yukata, I'd be more embarrassing. Even more embarrassing. I put in the same old vest as usual. I'll be going with Rena and the others. So, you don't need to worry about me. Is that so? I'll be going with Dad when he wakes up. Dad let out a loud snore from the sofa. From how it looks, he must have pulled an all-nighter again last night. He just finished sending in his manuscript, so he might not wake up for a while. It seems my dad writes for an art magazine sometimes too. I've never read it though. I wonder if my dad was really a famous artist. Since his own son is saying something like that, I can't imagine him selling all that well. But he's able to feed a family of 3, and my life isn't exactly full of hardships. It could be that he's some master painter, and I didn't know about it. The doorbell rings. Keiichi-kun, are you home? Keiichi-kun, are you home? Uh-oh, it was already time. I didn't want them coming here, so I was planning on leaving early and waiting outside. Oh my, it's Rena-chan. Thank you for always looking after Keiichi. Ma'am, he's also been looking out for... Why are you blushing just from meeting my mom? Don't get all flustered. It really doesn't feel right. Let's go, Rena. As Rena won't continue to space out. If I left her here, I grabbed her hand and dragged her out. Rena-chan, look after Keiichi for me. Oh, yes, ma'am. Even if it means just I must sacrifice myself. Then why don't you do it right now? She read back as I was dragging her away. Okay, Keiichi. Alright, Kei-chan, let's go. You hungry today? We'll take care of that. We'll take care of that at these stalls. You thought I'd let myself get full knowing in the club activities will involve the stalls? Wouldn't have it any other way. Where's Rika-chan and Satoko? They already at the temple? Yep, Rika-chan is at a festival committee member. Rika-chan's a festival committee member after all. Satoko-chan is probably already with her as well. I see. Alright. Let's make some noise today. Yeah. We're already in high spirits, with just the three of us here. It was way more lively at the Furude Shrine. Well, than the last time I came, far exceeding my expectations. Throngs of people were crammed between rows of market stalls, lined with colorful paper lanterns. Despite that, it was actually quite enjoyable. There sure are lots of people here. I can't believe they all live in Hinamazawa. Everybody attends the Watanagashi. I think about half the village is here. It's not just that. Municipal and youth councils from neighboring towns and villages advertise at this event too. That's right. There aren't that many students at our school, but there are lots of kids here today. This doesn't feel like a festival unless there are kids running around after all. That's true, I agree. Hello, good evening. These two knew everybody we came across. Of course, I greeted them as well, but I still wasn't familiar with everybody yet. Oh, Rena-chan. Thanks for the food you brought me a while back. My son loved it. He said it was delicious. It was nothing at all. I'm glad you liked it. Say hello to Kazuma-kun for me, please. Hey, if it isn't Sonozaki Ojo-chan. I'm in charge of the stand again this year, so make sure you come and visit. Pops, have you gotten fatter? You'll end up having a heart attack with a gut like that. Oh, this kid here's new. Are you one of the underclassmen? He's one of my members. An upcoming hopeful. If you cross him, he could crush your stand in one night. You've got a little messy seal of approval, I see. I hope you take it easy on me. As you can imagine, Myung was chatting away at the old guys that are running the stalls. Mi-chan is really energetic after all. She's really poppy with the older men. I think Brenna's pretty popular too. Being cute and all. That was, of course, as long as her little condition didn't flare up. But as long as she's blushing quietly, she's pretty cute. I'm popular with some people? Really? Really? With some people. I evaded giving her a straight answer by roughly tousling her hair. The stall keepers come all the way from town. It's not really a festival without them after all. So we're going to mess with them now? I don't care what kind of match it is. I'm going to win it. Win it. Oh, yes. I'll try to, too. I'll try to. Hey! You're all very late. It's unacceptable to keep a lady waiting, Keiichi-san. Ooh, my bad. So, where is this lady I've kept waiting? What did you say? Oh, right. Satoko was in top form as well. Seemed that she was all excited about being able to get everybody in the club together for the first time in a while. Whoa. Mika-chan. Cute. Rena let out an elevated sigh. It seemed that the real lady had made her appearance. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to Keiichi-san. Keiichi as well. Keiichi as well. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to Keiichi as well. Woo! Woo! Looking good. You're looking sharp again this year. Cute! Gonna take you home. No. No, Rena, no. Rika-chan was wearing a Shrine Maiden outfit. Yup. Rena's little outburst was completely understandable. Rika-chan's clothes look good. Rika-chan's clothes sure look like the real deal. Is that a real Shrine Maid outfit? My grandmother made them by hand. They're quite authentic. Rika-chan has an important task to do at the end of the festival, so she's wearing this. I see. Rika-chan was on the executive committee because she performed all the Shrine Maiden rituals for the festival. My work is only during the finale of the festival, so I can still play for a while. But we can't afford to waste any time. Let us begin. All right. It felt good to wander around the festival with just the 5 of us. Mion called everyone over to the stand and caught our attention and proposed a rather odd competition. Takoyaki eating race. Everyone has to buy their own. Ready? Go! A standard vendor stalls the takoyaki stand. What was especially standard for this kind of events was the fact that they were simply balls of dough, takoyaki in name only. It burns! You okay, Keiichi-kun? Have some water. My, eating those scalding takoyaki is suicide. I guess the trick is to buy the ready-made ones that have been left there for a while. They really don't taste good. The stall next door is a shaved ice stand. It was a bit too early in the season for that, but right then it didn't matter. Let's do the shaved ice this time. It's shaved ice. It's a shaved ice eating race. Ready? Go! Hey, Daddy, you shaved ice eating race? I can't. As long as you can melt it a bit with your body heat, then it's so cold. Not smart. This old man ordered it with plenty of syrup. It'll melt quickly with this mix-up. Those stooges were too late. The moment they chose to tackle it head-on was their downfall. You finished. Keiichi-chan's done? That was too fast. It couldn't be. Keiichi-chan, you didn't have water from the goldfish tank behind you, didn't you? That can't taste very good. Next to that was another old favorite, the cotton candy stand. Why don't we do this one next? Of course, it's a speed eating contest. Hey, how do you eat cotton candy quickly? That's a stupid question. How? Stupid question, man. And on Totoka's marks, Mion, Totoko, and I all compressed the cotton with our bare hands. The time it took to stick the whole thing in our mouths, 3 seconds. I expected Totoka to figure it out, but I didn't think Kei-chan would too. I can't have you treating me like I'm a newbie forever, can I? It won't taste very good. Rika-chan also had crushed it between her hands and stuck it in her mouth. This is probably the only place in Japan where people eat cotton candy like this. I think only Renner's cotton candy was happy with how it was eaten. But it felt like we ended up doing stuff like eat noodles through the nose contest or human water pump at the goldfish scoop. And at rate things were going, this old man will probably still win too. I am simply no match for Mion-san when it comes to eating repulsive things. Yeah, seriously. What's up with you guys? Are you telling me that you don't want to have a blue Hawaii top yakisoba eating contest? What? Shake, both Totoko and I shook our hands in unison. Can we have a game that doesn't involve food this time? Can't we? Wendy's proposal was a godsend, and it was about time we played a different kind of game. It also seemed like neither Ren or Rika-chan were any good at speeding or gorging themselves. Okay, Rena, I'll let you pick out the next game. Anything is fine. Well then. I'm going to be the judge. Find cute things on the festival grounds. You'll have 1 minute. Fine by me. I know exactly what Rena likes. All right. I think I can win with that. Ready? Go. Mion and Satoko dashed off madly, but Rika-chan and I calmly stayed right where we were. Could it be? You've already found it? The cute thing? You already found it. You've already found it. Keiichi too? Yeah. What is it? What is it? I can't wait. Both Rika-chan and I stood motionless for those few moments before Mion and Satoko returned. This is probably the first time we've gone head to head like this. It will be the first. Rika-chan, you expect to win with that, huh? I am a member of this club as well. Win by any means is our society's third rule. Rika-chan sneered to the best of her ability. You're on. Both Mion and Satoko came back with each with their own plan of attack of stuffed animals in their arm. Okay then. Let's go in order. Let's start with the club president, Mii-chan. Too bad, you guys. I'm ending this now. This old man brought this. Where did she get those? They were old tin diamond-shaped signs. Pleb curry, snake oil incense, and Oronamin C. That was a weird word to say. How about this? That's very understated, a little too understated, Mion. I used to see those stuck up on barbed wire fences. They were used more nostalgic than cute. Can you explain what part of that is cute? There were puffs of smoke noisily shooting out of Rena's ears and nose, almost like a steam train. I didn't get it. I shall be next. It is this. It was a hand-drawn poster from the Ladies' Society Roasted Corn Stall. It was a really bad sketch done by a housewife. An anthropomorphic roasted corn drawn without any sort of real plan. Its very existence was invited to a sense of sorrow to the viewer. Weep! Oh no, that was the sound of blood jutting out of Rena's nose. It seemed to have been at a higher rate, higher than Mion's. I really didn't get it. It feels like our young aesthetic sense is a little avant-garde by about 5 eons. Oh, those were nothing but mass-produced signs after all. They had no chance against something hand-drawn. I couldn't even begin to follow the way these guys were thinking. Then I will be next. Next is Rika-chan, is it? What can you even do without anything? Both forget? Did you and Satoko both forget? If Rika-chan felt like it, she could simply. After moving back about 10 yards, she began waddling up to Rena. No way. No way. No way. Seeing that, both Mion and Satoko gasp. Oh no! Oh no! Too late! Rika-chan tripped over nothing and lay motionless after falling down. Rena hurried over to her. Rika-chan, are you alright? Are you alright? Rika-chan had a lump on her forehead and tears welled up in her eyes. Only her fingers peeked out from her sleeves. It was the vital part. It was a plan. The palms of her hands were covered by her sleeves. She just made a single sound. Oh! Cute! I'm going to take you home. I'd completely forgotten that. The play I personally had to use. Rena's face went completely red with her head bobbing back and forth with excitement. She embraced Rika-chan and began rubbing her cheeks against her. I'd expect no less from her. Not a single element was overlooked. Lolly. Shrine maiden, brink of crying, Mew. It was perfect. A simple trip transcending into pure moe. Now, this is what I want. This is what I call art. Kei-chan has a pretty word definition of art. Let's just pretend that sharp sting of those words cutting through me like a razor was a figment of my imagination. Rika-chan turned her gaze at me with a daunting smile as she was caressing by Rena. As she was caressed by Rena, who was in full cute mode. Now, Keiichi, can you beat me? That cold smile was frightening, Rika-chan. It just might be my imagination, but I see a demon inside her sometimes. Kei-chan seems to have his own plan of attack. I wonder what he's going to show her. I also wish to observe the play Keiichi-san will make. Could it be? Is Keiichi-san going to give a performance? I basked in their pointed stares. I pulled Rena, who gave me no sign of canceling out her cute mode, away from Rika-chan. Oh! Cute thing, Keiichi-kun, let go! I'll show you something even cuter, just so hold on for now. Huh? Oh? Something even cuter? But it's a bit too crowded here. Let's go back there. Wicked Rena looked so very surprised as I pulled her behind the shrine. I cannot fathom what Keiichi-san could possibly be planning. This is Kei-chan after all. No, it couldn't be. Keep on fighting. Yeah, after a bit I returned. And a bit after that, so did Rena, dragging her feet. There's no way a scoundrel Kei-chan did something to innocent little Rena. Mion and Satoko passed by me, heading straight to Rena. What exactly did he do to you? For a moment, Rena was too dazed to realize someone was talking to her. It's me-chan. Rena? Rena, are you all right? Did Kei-chan do anything to you? No, he didn't do anything strange to me. No. This is quite severe. Exactly what did Keiichi-san do to you? Or show you? It was so cute. Oh, cute? What did he show you, Rena? Rena let out a really long, oh. Her eyes sparkled as she spoke. Cute. So cute. It was Keiichi-kun's. Very little steel. Whap! Whomp! In the blink of an eye, Mion and Soka elbows smashed me into the face. Huh? Huh? What? Showing Rena something so dirty. You sick pervert. I shall have you beaten to oblivion. Wait, you've got it all wrong. A dark billowing aura flowed from Mion and Satoko. It was no good. They're gonna kill me. Mi-chan? I'm not sure what's going on, but you've got it all wrong. You see, Keiichi-kun had... It's a fur seal keychain. Rika stuck her head into my pocket and pulled out my keychain. Eh? He said he made it long ago for one of his summer school assignments. He said he doesn't show it to others. No, he said he doesn't show it other because it's embarrassing. Okay, never mind. Yeah. So small and cute. He tried his best to make it so it's so wonderful. Oh. This old man thought you meant it was Keiichi's cute little fur seal. Oh. I'd expect no less from Mion-san. You misconstrue things in the wildest ways. They slung insults at each other and looked like they were ready to tear each other. They're into each other any second. I beg you, if I'm in the clear, would you mind getting off of me? We were interrupted by the flash of the camera. Oh no. Hey guys, Tomitake here. I'm just coming around being weird and taking random pictures of random people. I don't care. You guys seem energetic, as usual. It was Tomitake-san. As I lay crumpled on the ground, Mion and Satoko continued to bicker above me. Rika-chan was patting me on the head and Rena was still in cute mode. It was probably quite a lively scene. It's fine, it's a fine evening indeed, although it's rather poor etiquette to photograph a lady without her permission. That's right. At least you don't really need Satoko's permission. Satoko drug her heel into me. Good evening. You're heading back tomorrow, aren't you? Take lots of photos? Were you able to take lots of photos? Thanks to you. I got plenty of good shots. Tonight's the last we can see old Tomitake-san, isn't it? It's such a shame. It's such a shame. Hurry up and have your major breakout soon. Just as rude as ever, aren't you? I really am sad I won't be able to hear that voice of yours for almost half a year. Be sure to have as much fun as you can tonight. He'll be back in Tokyo tomorrow, after all. That's true. It'll be another 6 months until I can enjoy another night where I can see the stars. Tomitake-san looked up at the night sky cheerfully. At that moment, even though he was smiling, I sensed a bit of sadness. Why don't you move here, Tomitake-san? In Hinamizawa. Tomitake-san was speechless. It's not very convenient here. No shops or recreational spots. There might not be anything really here, but, you know, everyone knew what I was trying to say. Tomitake-san was also well aware. So Rena, Mion, Satoko, and Rika-chan, none of them butted in. I've only been here for less than a month, so I don't really know everything about it. Normally, I'm a really talkative guy, but in situations like this, I'm at a loss for words. Even though all of this was happening in such a boisterous setting, it felt like all of the background noise was fading into the distance. This place probably. Tomitake-san rests his hand on me gently, silencing me. Thank you, Keiichi-kun. Mion-chan and Rena-chan, Satoko-chan and Rika-chan. Tomitake-san's smile was so slight it looked like if he was going to crumble at any minute, but it was warm. I also think it would be great if I could live here. Those might have been cruel words coming from a kid who didn't need to worry about working to feed himself. A hand touched my back. It was Rena. Keiichi-kun, you shouldn't pick on adults. It's not nice. The background clamor of the festival had returned. We won't be seeing him for a while, after all. We need to make sure Tomitake-san also enjoys tonight. Rena smiled. The mood instantly got brighter. That's true. I think I'll do just that. Hey, Mi-chan. How about it? Can we get Tomitake-san in our club activities? That's a great idea. Or so I thought, but Mion had a snobbish look on her face. One of the requirements for the membership is residence in Hinamizawa, you see. Come on, Mi-chan, just for today. Don't be mean. Well, he doesn't come around here often he does come around often every year, so I'll make him an honorary citizen. Whoa, yay! Now then, I wonder if this aged fellow, well past his prime, will be a match for me. Let's have him show us the wisdom of a mature adult. Can you keep up with us, youngins? Tomitake-san stepped back slightly as our audacious grins. I, Mion Sonozaki, the club president, do hereby authorize honorary citizen Tomitake's entry into our club. Her words were quickly drowned by our cheers. What do you mean by club? What our club does, you see, in order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities with various rules. Sometimes they are in your favor, and sometimes they work against you. I'm pretty weak, so I'd prefer you not to single me out. Let's try to get along. If you wish to mock our childish games, this will be the perfect opportunity. We'll leave you with nothing. We won't even leave the hairs on your butt. Wow. So it's a club where we play games together. Of course, Rika-chan was the only one to give an answer that made sense. All right, just what I wanted. I'll take you up on that challenge. Don't be too rough on me, my mentors. Tomitake-san got riled up and did a victory pose like he was 10 years younger. That's perfect. We continued walking through the festival with Mion in the front. Now we looked like a family of 6. It had some intensity to it. Same rules as always. The loser will, of course, be subject to a penalty. Tomitake-san was a bit surprised, but to us it was just the same as always. Regardless of how terrible a penalty it was, just don't lose. Rena was also brimming with determination. She didn't have any intention of losing. That's true. I tousled Rena's hair to lighten the mood. She giggled to hide her embarrassment. I see. This is what it means to feel like a kid again. Tomisaki-san whispered that to nobody in particular. At that moment, we heard an old man call out to us in a strong voice. Looking over, I realized it was the main man Mion had greeted right before the festival. You're here, little Miss Sonozaki. It seems that you have brought quite the crowd. We came to eradicate your entire stall. The stall was a shooting gallery. It was the usual setup where you had to knock down a prize you wanted with the cork gun. The rules are simple. 3 shots and the winner is whoever gets the biggest prize. Everybody shouted their agreement. There was no need to consider how to win, since the condition for victory was simply size. The biggest prize at the stall, and it went without question. That one. It was that one, wasn't it? Whoa, that teddy bear is cute. Rena was gazing longingly at the large stuffed animal. It was intentionally placed on an unsteady platform, so it was possible to get it if you hit the right spot. It's magnificently set up to make someone think that. Not bad, Keiichi-san. I figured you would see through this scam instantly. The most logical course of action would be to aim for some candy or a doll. The intent analysis had already begun. In this club, you get eaten alive or if you don't come prepared. Everything hinges on what plan you come up with before the main event. At some point, a large crowd had gathered around us, making a big... There was this much of a following to our club's infamous event? Knocking the bear down ensures a win. Only 3 shots. To use them all just trying. That'd be rough. Hey, I have other customers waiting, you know. Who's up first? The first one has the advantage of being able to aim for the easier prizes, but it's dangerous to compete without knowing the gun's quirks. Tomitake-san's take on the situation was pretty good. He gets He gets what our club is about. Well, then to be fair, how about using rock, paper, scissors to decide? How about it? That's really the only way. Rock, paper, scissors. After a couple matches, it ended with Mion being first. I didn't want to end up first. Oh well. I'll just think of it as a handicap. Gramps, gun. Here you go. When the shooting range guy handed her a rifle, Mion looked over it intently. She didn't forget to check the cork bullet either. Okay, this gun is brand new, isn't it? No faults? No faults. Not bad. Mion raised the gun in one swift motion. It was completely different from her careful inspection. She was shooting from the hip. Fire. Reload. Fire. Reload. Fire. Flop. Fluff up. 3 candy boxes fell one after the other. A big haul. The crowd paused in a moment of awe and then erupted in cheers. Whoa! Awesome! That was quite good. Tomitaki-san was at a loss for words after seeing such a shooting prowess. Amazing, Nichan! 3-3! Her accuracy was incredible. Her choice of targets weren't that bad either. And the three Mion had gone after were fairly large and pretty easy to knock over. They were all targets with a very high return on investment. Who's up next? Satoko? Careful, the bullets are light. Next was Satoko. The rifle looked a bit big for her lithe body. But it didn't seem like she had a problem with the weight. Of course, I shall aim for the grand prize. She proclaimed that she was going after the teddy bear. Damn, Satoko, such a bold move. The moment she knocks it over, she's guaranteed to be in first. Good luck, Satoko-chan. Satoko was the opposite of Mion. She aimed for the target quite carefully and squeezed the trigger. Ah! These bullets are too light! The first 2 bullets struck the bear in the torso, but they only shifted a bit. Need to aim higher towards the head or it won't work. Ah. Satoko's third bullet wasn't aimed at the teddy bear, but at the candy box below its arm. I hate to say it, but it appears the bear just was too much for me. She went boldly after the big catch, but since it was switched over to the less impressive prey at the last second, the crowd only gave a strained laugh. Were they laughing because she lacked the courage? These fools know nothing. Fine attempt, Satoko. You've gotten better. A palm of Mion's outstretched hand went pump as it tapped down lightly on Satoko. She appeared to be talking hot air, but this was actually completely calculated. Damn, that's Satoko. Just to avoid being the last place she dared to switch over to an easy target. Without shame or honor. Magnificent. I'll allow you to take the bear, Rena-san. I'll pray for your victory. Okay. Thanks so much, Satoko-chan. Oh, Bear-san, so cute. Rena was up next. She couldn't hit the broadside of a barn as regular Rena, but she said that bear was cute. I wonder how Rena-chan will do. I hope she's able to hit at least one. You're underestimating Rena, Tomitaki-san. It's Rena, you know. It's Rena Ryugu, you know. If it was to get that teddy bear... Whoa! Tomitaki-san wheeled around to see what all the commotion of the spectators were making about it. If it was to get that bear, she'd be able to shoot through a pinhole. The one known as Rena Ryugu could do it. Shaking! It's shaking! Oh, cute! Rena couldn't hide her excitement over the bear's slow rocking. Now Rena couldn't lose. Not bad, Rena-san. The less collected you become, the stronger you get. Explosions! Whoa! Another big cheer. Rena's bullet hit the bear's forehead again. Not enough, the bear seemed to wobble more than before. But it might not be possible. You never know. With Rena-chan's skill, it might be. While Tomitake-san was just as excited as the crowd, Reika-chan's analysis was not swayed by emotion. If Rena-chan had 10 more shots, then she could surely knock it over. But with just one more, no matter how you looked at it, no go. Ow! The crowd let out a dejected groan. She had shot it right in the forehead 3 times. But it was a bit late, and they gave her a good round of applause for her attempt. Oh, their son, take him home. Ow! She should be praised for her valor, but she had no trophies to show for it. Then, at the moment, the old man flicked one of the candy boxes with his finger and handed it to Rena. This is for you, little lady. You're giving this to me? Oh. The gods would forgive me if I let you go home empty-handed after such a display. There was another shower of applause. Rena returned bright red, and I pulled her back over to us by her hand. You did a good job. Your cute note really surprised me. I wanted Mr. Bear. It was easy to see that it only needed a little more to be knocked over. Rena had done quite a lot for me. I still needed to pay her back for that delicious picnic. All right, then I'll give it to you. What? Tomitake-san had stolen the words right out of my mouth. Okay. Please, Tomitake-san. Good luck. Damn you, old man Tomitake! Stealing the good parts for yourself. A small hand stretched over, and I fell silently. A small hand stretched over and fell gently on my head just before I was overcome with frustration. You keep on fighting too, Keiichi, okay? Tomitake-san carefully studied the bear. Setting his sights, he shouldered the rifle while holding the other 2 shots in his hand. Huh? Why is he doing that? Yes, no doubt. Tomitake-san is aiming for... What? The time between shots was short. It was meaningless to shoot again once it stopped shaking, so Tomitake-san relied on rapid fire to win the battle. It was visibly wobbling much more than it had before, but that was all. It still didn't fall over. Oh, too bad. All of Rena's momentary expectations of watching it sway finally turned into a dejected sigh. I really thought it would work. Oh, it seems that since you are a man, you will not be receiving any candy. That was it. I meant Tomitake-san had no spoils of war. So both Kei-chan and Rika-chan just shoot down a small easy prize and avoid being dead last. Avoid being a loser, huh? Oh, sorry about that. It's your turn, Keiichi-kun. Best of luck. I was the 5th shooter. I took the rifle from Tomitake-san. If I took the ruthless route, as Mion had suggested, I'd go for the small target. Except, when I picked up the rifle, I definitely got a feeling from it. It was burning passion, passed down by me by Tomitake-san. The regret of not being man enough to fell the bear that Rena wanted. Yes, that's right. If I didn't aim for the bear, then I wouldn't be a man. After all, that was my promise to Rena. Huh? Huh? What promise? What? To shoot down that bear. Then I'll give it to Rena. That one. You mean... Oh. I can't do the hows. The crowd went wild when they saw our conversation. Woohoo! Cool, Oni-chan. You got balls, man. That's not it. Fine men of the crowd. If I didn't do this, then Rena might mug the old man running in the stall on the way home. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Why can't I just express my honest feelings? Keiichi-san surely talks the talk, but how do you actually intend to bring down that bear? Rena and Tomitake-san's shots did make it tilt a bit, but think finishing the job will be difficult. If only there was some way to shoot faster, I'll be able to pile on more power the sway and I'll be able to pile on more power on the sway from each hit. Good luck, Keiichi-kun. After taking 2 deep breaths, I shouted over to the guy. 2 more rifles! Huh? The crowd murmured amongst themselves. One person can't handle 3 rifles at once. I get it. Nice thinking, Kei-chan. Dan was able to figure it out magnificently. Basically, what was taking most of the time was reloading the shot. That's right. Then, by putting the preloaded rifles next to each other, Tomitake-san was silent, but peering at me, the bear through his lens. The photographer's blood predicted a miracle will occur. And then the crowd finally picked up on what I was planning. They let out a great cheer. They chanted my name, Kei-chi. Rapid fire is the key. If I miss, it's all for naught. Phew. After letting out a deep breath, I paused. Relax. Now! At that moment, it felt like time itself had stopped. I felt like I could see the trajectory of the bullets. Hit it, and knock it down. The first shot hit the bear on its head, and the second, the third. The bear swayed hard, and then... Woo, woo, yeah! Oh, whoa! The cheers began before the stuffed animal even finished falling off the shelf. The guy caught it before it hit the ground and tossed it over to me. You actually knocked it over. You got me. Amazing. Congratulations, Keiichi-kun. Keiichi-san has finally learned how to use his head. I see you in a slightly better light now. I didn't do it all by myself. Everyone hit it, and those small bits together brought it down. This trophy belongs to all of us. Right, this is from all of us working together. Me didn't hit it a single time. After holding up the teddy bear like it was a championship trophy, I handed it to Rena. Here, this is from me. No, from everyone. Thanks for always making your delicious lunches. Rena, for thinking that she was never actually going to get it, was momentarily speechless. I can't, Keiichi-kun. This is everyone's. After all, how? In that case, I was the one who knocked it down. And it's mine. It's mine, so I'm giving it to Rena. I pushed the stuffed animal towards her again. This time, she embraced and accepted it. You've watched out for me ever since I moved here, after all. I'm really grateful, you see. Thanks a lot. No! Keiichi-kun, thanks so much. Rena dove at me. Mian told me a few days later Rena kissed me. Mian told me a few days later that Rena kissed me, but I didn't realize it during all the excitement at the time. I remember that I was trying to say to Tomitake-san earlier that there really wasn't much of anything here, but there's lots of things you can't find anywhere else. I gained a lot from coming to Hinamizawa, especially that at that moment, the crowd's cheers echoed on and on. The altar set up in the front of the shrine, the drums sounded with a booming echo. It was the finale of the festival. I'll be going off ahead then. Uh-oh. I need to go and get myself a good spot too. Well then, everyone, I'll see you in a bit. Both Rika-chan and Tomitake-san gave their farewells and disappeared into the crowd. I wish both of you the best in your endeavors. Now, shall we be off? Yeah, I might as well go see Rika-chan's charming figure. Let's go. Yeah. Huh? Where's Rena? What are you doing? Ichi-kun! Ichan, save me! And she was carrying on such a ridiculously large stuffed animal, she was being carried by the flow of people. What is she doing? She must have had her hands full taking care of that bear. So I'll leave Rena in your care, Kei-chan. I have my hands full with taking care of Satoko. Who would want to be looked after you? Who would want to be looked after by you, Mion-san? Please don't pull on my arm. Before losing sight of Mion, I grabbed to the back of Rena's collar. Keiichi-kun, not there. Don't grab me there. Always so bossy. Where can I grab them? Oh. I didn't feel ashamed at all, but Rena was ashamed enough for the both of us. I grabbed into Rena's hand and dashed after Mion and the others. We're gonna be late. Let's hurry up. Yeah. I hadn't realized Rena's hand was so delicate. Maybe she's needed a bit more exercise and nutrition. That wasn't what I meant. Not at all. My ears burned. I tried to keep calm. I repeated the phrase, keep it together, Keiichi Maebara, in my head, but it didn't look like I would be able to anytime soon. I didn't want Rena to see my face right then, so I pushed onwards, dragging her along without looking back even once. There was already a huge group of people gathered at the altar in the front of the shrine. The fire at the altar was made as bright as midday, and just as hot. There were a pile of futons awarded with the sanctified rope in front of the altar. Come to think of it, if they did say it was a festival where they did something with the cotton and futons. Keiichi-san, Rena-san, we're over here. Satoko waved her hand from the front row. Sorry. Making our way through the mass of people, we reached the spot they saved. How was it? Were you able to have a little bit of excitement with Rena? You punk! So that's what your plan was. Instead of relying, Mion gave me a perverse grin. So how was it, Rena? Was Keiichi's hand bigger than what you thought it would be? No way. Rena turned bright red, puffs of steam shooting out of her. I heard something slice through the air and turned around to see Mion on the ground with a welt on her face. Mion, when were you hit? Between the ha and o of her how, I think. Rena, it's not good to punch your friends to hide your embarrassment. I didn't hit her. Whatever. Oh. Thump, thump. The thunderous beat of the drums echoed, silencing the crowd. You all must be quiet. It's the beginning. It was a solemn ritual. Rika-chan entered the dress as the Shrine Maiden, followed by the members of the municipal committee. The elders all looked at Rika-chan and clasped their hands in praise. The only thing that was allowed to disturb the profound silence was the flash from Tobitaki-san's camera. What's the big thing Rika-chan is holding? A hoe that is used for the festival. It's a sacred farming tool that has only the Shrine Maiden may touch. It was an awkward shape of piece of farm equipment, not uncommon for something used in a ritual. After reciting the Shinto prayer, Rika-chan approached the pile of futons gathered at the altar. Swung the hoe skillfully, plowing through the futon. Each and every little movement of the performance probably had to be done in a certain way. Without a doubt, this was the ritual. What's next? Airing out the futons? Is purifying the futons that absorb illness from the people over this winter. So when Kei-chan said airing out the futons, he wasn't completely wrong. Rika-chan's face was already dripping with sweat. That hoe was probably really heavy. He staggered side to side with the momentum of each swing. Satoko looked on, silently lending her support. Worried? We could practice every single day with the mochi hammer. She will certainly prevail. Satoko's hands were so sweaty were super sweaty, and whenever Rika-chan started to sway a little, she held her breath. Why wasn't Mion a candidate to be the Shrine Maiden? Feels wrong in having Rika-chan swings around something so heavy. I'd do it, but they asked me. But, it's not something that just anyone can do. That's true. Shrine Maidens need to be pure after all. Mion drove her elbow into my side. With a thud of the big drum, Rika-chan gave a solemn bow and descended from the altar. That triggered the round of generous applause. After the Shinto priest had raised up the cleansed futons like a portable altar, all the spectators stood up. Following after the priests, we were all marched on at a moderate pace. They descended the shrine's giant stairs in a line. What's happening now? Washing the futons in the river. Washing the futons in the river? Watanagashi means the setting cotton adrift, The cotton drifting. The procession continued right up to the bank of the stream. The fire was stoked high and it was bright as the day here too. People started crowding around it and clamoring. All right, right in line. Line up, Keiichi-kun. I wondered what was up. Maybe if we get some holy wine. Red and white bean buns? Maybe. It's not food. I said it was cotton. But of course. They didn't call it the Watanagashi for nothing. I finally understood. The municipal committee members pulled out the cotton from the inside of the futons and balled it up like mochi, handing it to the people. Lena dove into the line and brought out some for me as well. When we proceeded to the bank of the stream. We then proceeded to the bank. Your first time, Keiichi-kun. Just copy what I do. She held the cotton in her right hand, and waving her hand as if to purify it, she touched it to her forehead, chest, navel, and both thighs. You do this 3 times and gently give thanks to Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama? What's that? The name of the shrine god? Yes, it's the garden of the deity of Hinamizawa. It brings both miracles and curses, so you must be sure to show respect. You look like a pretty frightening god. But well, when in Rome, I was officially a resident of Hinamizawa now, after all. Doing as Rena showed me, I touched the cotton over myself 3 times. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama. This way, all the evil that possesses you is sucked out by the cotton. And then you gently let it drift away in the stream. And you're done. Together, Ren and I sent our pieces of cotton to float on the surface of the water. The flowers of the cotton blooming in the water had sucked out all the evil festering in Hinamizawa and drifted off, disappearing into the distance. It was wonderful, like those floating lantern festivals you see on TV. The best part, though, it was feeling like the rite of passage had made me the true resident of Hinamizawa. Alright, this is where we're going to end episode number, I think we're on 8, episode 8 of Higurashi When They Cry. This is chapter 1, the first novel of the series, with plenty more to go. This is Star ODS. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry for not uploading as much. I'm just not having as much time to upload, or just not feeling well enough to get down to recording and uploading, so I hope to start to get more in tune to it within the next few weeks. Hopefully I can get a lot more episodes out. I can finish Steins Gate and maybe move on to something else. Maybe I'll hold a poll to see what you guys would like me to do next. And I will catch you guys in the next video of Higurashi, Steins Gate, or Witch on the Holy Night. Thanks. Have a good one. Peace.